Hey everyone, welcome back to Underhero. Last time, we got 2 silver keys that we need to unlock the gates to the basement, where we can find a fuse to run the elevator, and finally make it up to the throne room. See, it's not that convoluted. Anyway, let's go and get all of that stuff underway. I find those characters incredibly annoying, but I do like the way the music switches when they change personalities. Just listen for that. I also don't know what the deal is with Tim and Timble, whether they're a single character with a split personality, or 2 characters in one body, or what. Alright, another interminable drop that I don't want to run at normal speed. Fortunately, I don't think there's too much of this over the course of the whole game. But even a couple of these drops are too many in my opinion. And yeah, this goes on for way too long. But finally, we're here, in the basement! Hey, it's Mr. Stitches! No idea what he's doing here. And this is the reason that I wanted to make sure I had 9 stamina. Because using the hammer otherwise will immediately tire you out. So this way, at least, if I manage to get up to full, I can use the hammer, provided that the enemy is not about to attack me. That's the way you capitalize on the enemy getting tired. And I didn't recognize this was a parachute drop until I had missed a couple of coins. Not gonna be a big deal. Alright, well now we know what the mission is, and I pretty much always start fights with the hammer because the enemy isn't going to attack until I hit them for the first time. So, it's free damage! Unfortunately, I take a while to get through the animation and can't dodge, but it's the risk you take. So like I said before, with my level ups, now that I've got 9 stamina, it's time to start upgrading my attack so the fights end more quickly and I'll take less damage overall. Well, that platform is certainly not moving. Now it is. So clearly I just need to find all the switches and activate all the platforms. Standard quest, I feel. And I see the map, so that's going to be my first stop. Looks like it's a dead end over to the right and then a big loop over to the left. And those are both of the switches that I still need to hit. Don't worry, friend, we will help you out of this predicament. You'll never need to worry about spikes again. That was close. Oh yeah, much better. And that was a whole bunch of coins I missed, but I can go back around for them. I do want to watch for the potential to maybe drop down and find a secret between these platforms. Somehow I don't think that's going to be the case. Let's just go grab those coins. There we go. The good news is it's not too far out of the way. And we're right back on track. So let's go check out that other direction. So it doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot along the bottom, but I want to go this way first. Now, I have no idea what age has to do with going down and getting a fuse for the elevator, but... these moths are pretty much the big drivers behind me getting extra strength, because I hate having to shoot them more than absolutely necessary. Yeah, nothing difficult down here, but it is naturally the exit from the loop. So the only thing I really bought is not having to fight the moth on my way out after dealing with whatever the heck I'm going to find up there. You know, certainly not the worst thing you could have gotten. And up is probably going to take me back to the start. So I need to watch my footing here. And try to avoid the tracks with the spikes on them, clearly. Something's going on with the edge of these platforms. But whatever, I made it. And that's going to be the path to progress. Meanwhile, more stuff. And sweet. We now have a slightly stronger sword attack if we charge it up. I don't know that it's going to make much difference, maybe 1 or 2 hit points per attack. But it still only takes 3 stamina. The hammer's still going to be stronger, but takes 6. So we can use charged sword attacks much more freely. And that is the way that I came up before. So that just takes us back into the loop. At least there's a slightly redundant hallway. Always good to know that you can quickly get from place to place. I want to keep my eyes open for secrets. But the only thing I see is that chest over on the right. Definitely going after that. Hey, we got new tunes. Well, I'm gonna miss the Mr. Stitches theme. There's got to be something more fun to play at save stations. I wonder if that has anything to do with the reason nobody wants to talk about the king. And it does seem kind of weird. It seems like that'd be a pretty happy story. But the idea of some people not liking Mr. Stitches despite saving the king... Presumably we're going to get more information about that. Ooh! Wow, I didn't even know enemies could drop magic anvils. And let me guess, more slow drops and coin collecting. Nope, looks like we're just at the bottom. What a lovely smell we've discovered. And it's one way only. No, we can't go back. Well, sorry, Bob, but we do have to fight our way in. Because our first enemy... It looks like he's still bribable. It hasn't taken away our option. But these snails are pretty tough. Yeah, they hit hard, and the timing for jumping over their attacks, you know, aside from the usual just keep hitting the jump button. Yeah, the stuff they spit fortunately doesn't do any damage, but it does stick us to the ground, and if he charges before we can break free, we will take the full damage. At least blocking works, but I want to try to figure out how to parry those guys. We will be seeing more of them, of course, but hey, it's the bar! No wonder everybody said we were too young. Yeah, certainly a better strategy, but not necessarily easy to do. Later, broski. Yeah, see, that story makes a little more sense than what we heard before. Alright, so yeah, the elevator's not working down here either. Let's just check on the janitor. Okay, the janitor's just a hand sticking out of the toilet. I'm quitting the game. Wait, was that Timbolt? Yeah, I have a really, really bad feeling about Tim Bolt right now. Yep, the whole quest for a fuse amounted to flooding the tree with beer. That's Underhero for you. And yeah, everybody's just kinda floating now. It's actually kind of a neat effect, I like it. So let's check out our new tunes. Oh yeah, the outdoor music for the Moth Forest is definitely the way to go. So we'll save and check out the new notebook entries, and I'll see all of you next time, where we'll head to the throne room.